Hello and welcome to my little bookish corner of the internet. My name's Harriet. Today I'm going to be talking through the books that I would like to read in the month of June. I'm going to start with a book that I'm actually currently reading as I'm filming this, which is a couple days before the end of May, but I know I'm not going to finish it within the month of May, so I've not included it in my wrap up, but I'm going to talk about it now. And that is Words on My Matter by Ursula Le Guin. I've been reading this for a little while now. If you've seen my recent vlog, which I'll leave linked down below, you all kind of know that I've been touching in on this for a little while, but I've still got a while to go with it, and I just can't see myself finishing it before the month is up because it is a non-fiction. So I'm not reading it continuously, I'm kind of reading it between books. But this is a collection of essays, talks, book reviews, all by Le Guin, who is my favourite author, and I'm really enjoying it so far. I don't want to talk about it too much because I've spoken about it quite a lot, but yeah, my plan is to finish this within the month of June. Hopefully I will finish this. I'm really enjoying it so far, so no doubt that I will. And as you may have noticed from the change of location, I'm staying at my partner's house for the moment because there's a big renovation on my house and it's just easier for me to not be there right now. So I'm currently at Callum's house. So the books that I've got next to me are just the books that I so happened to bring with me. So these are going to be the ones that I'm definitely going to read this month. And if I do read any more, I'll be sure to include those in my wrap up, but there'll be ones that I go home to go and collect quickly on the way back from work or to work, just because I couldn't fit so many books in my suitcase. It was just a pain. I can just pop back home and swap them out. So yeah, let me show you the books that I've brought with me that I will be reading. So Callum is actually reading The Silmarillion by J.R.R. Tolkien at the moment, and I thought, you know what? He is enjoying it, he seems to be getting on with it fine, I'm going to give it a go. So I've got my own edition here, he's got his own, which is a hardback, and I'm actually really excited to start this. Callum has read a couple bits out loud to me. I didn't really know what was going on because I hadn't read the rest of the story, so I was a bit confused, but it doesn't seem as complicated as a lot of people have made me believe that it is. I'm sure it's probably quite heavy and it's definitely quite long, but I feel like I'm going to get on with it okay, I'm hoping. So this is almost like people are saying the Bible of Middle Earth. I definitely need to check this out and give it a go, and I really do like this edition. It's just so nice to hold, and I really need to get back into my fantasy, so this is definitely going to throw me headfirst into that genre. And then within the Silmarillion, I do know that there is a story called Beren and Luthien, and I actually have a separate edition of this, which is edited by Christopher Tolkien, and I'm not certain, but I believe that this is an extended edition, so if it is different I will be reading this. I feel like the story is something I'm going to really enjoy. So it's following a mortal man and an immortal elf who fall in love with each other, but the immortal elf's father basically says that the human man needs to go on a quest if he is to marry his daughter, which sounds like something that I would really love to read. I think I'm going to really enjoy this. Callum is currently reading it as I'm filming this and says that he thinks it's going to be something I enjoy. So like I say, I'll read it in the Silmarillion first and then we will start with this and see how we get on. But if not, it'll just be a nice edition of a story that I hopefully enjoy. It's got all different pictures in there, paintings and things. Seems like it's going to be a really good read. It looks a lot thicker than what it does in the edition of the Silmarillion, and the text size is the same, so I'm assuming that there's some more content in here, but I just really don't know until I start it. And then sticking with the fantasy genre but dipping into a little bit of sci-fi as well, we have got Red Rising by Pierce Brown. I keep saying I'm going to read this, so I brought it with me specifically so that I did pick it up. I'm going to read this. So we are following Darrow, who is a Red, a miner in the interior of Mars. His mission is to extract enough precious elements to one day tame the surface of the planet and allow humans to live on it. The Reds are humanity's last hope, or so it appears until the day Darrow discovers is all a lie, that Mars has been habitable and inhabited for generations by a class of people calling themselves the Golds. I'm not going to read any further than that because I don't want to ruin this for myself, but yeah, it seems to be touching in a lot on class, obviously, and set in this really interesting world, so I'm super excited to start this. This is like a mixture of fantasy and sci-fi, I believe, but I'm not certain, so we'll find out. I've heard mixed reviews about this, but I'm just going to give it a go and see what I think to it. And then I'm finally going to be starting a book that I've been so excited to read for so long because I'm really on that kick of fairy tale inspired books. So I'm going to be reading The Wolf and the Woodsman by Ava Reid. Huge thank you to Holly for doing that book swap with me and giving me this gorgeous edition. I'm so excited to start this. So I believe this is a take on the Red Riding Hood story. It says it's a dark, evocative and unforgettable fantasy debut steeped in Hungarian history and Jewish mythology, perfect for fans of Naomi Novik and Catherine Arden, who I've read neither of those, but I am really excited to start this. I think it's going to be very enjoyable. It's probably going to be quite dark as well, and it's quite a long book, so I feel like I can really sink my teeth into it, and let's just see how I get on with it. I'm excited for it. I'm hyping it up for myself, and I have seen it on quite a few booktube and bookstagram pages, so yeah, hopefully I enjoy this one. And the last book that I definitely want to get into is actually a poetry collection which I got for my birthday. I do usually try and leave the books that I get new a little bit later on so I can get through the ones that are already on my shelves, but this keeps calling out to me and it's going to be a super quick read, I think. So this is the poetry collection by Leonard Cohen and it's called The Flame. This one has got lots of illustrations in there, and Callum said it just seemed to be the one that would call to me the most. I really have no idea what it's really about and kind of what themes are going to be in here. I know he's got a couple of different collections which I can see at the bottom here, but I'm just super excited to start this. I think I'm going to really enjoy it. I've been listening to a lot more of his work and it just seems to be something that's really resonating with me at the moment, so hopefully the poetry will do the same thing for me as well. So yeah, not many books on this list, and I do have my Kindle with me as well, but I can't really remember what is on there. I've not been on there since I finished The Terror because that kind of gave me a little tiny bit of hatred for my Kindle. The fact that I sat there for over 900 pages just going like this instead of actually turning a physical page, it drove me crazy actually. But yeah, I'm just having a little break from my Kindle for a bit, so we're going to stick with some physical books, and then maybe towards the end of the month I will pick up my Kindle, or I will go home and swap out some books and see what I've got. I do know that I would like to pick up the final book in the A Pinch of Magic series by Michelle Harrison, and that one is called A Storm of Sisters. It's the newest one that's come out. I do want to pick that up. I thought I brought it with me, but I didn't. So hopefully I will be trying that one this month as well, but we will just see how we get on. Please let me know down below what your most anticipated read for June is. But yeah, that is everything from me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!